So welcome back to the tutorial series of using the Tabletop Battlefield over at tabletopbattlefield.com. And now we'll go ahead and show you how to use the Advanced Page Editor. First, go ahead and log in. And then what you want to do is access your account from the top menu bar here. So click the account link. And now what you want to do is choose the page you want to edit. So I'm going to go back to my 500 point pure Marvel Army that I started off in the first tutorial. Click on that. And you'll click the Edit Page button here in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. That's the upper left-hand corner. Click the Edit Page button. And first thing you'll notice is all the different components get these little Edit Component bar things up here. Where if you click on them, it'll provide a little drop-down menu of things you can do with each component. There are a number of similar options between each component, and each component type then has a few extra options added to it. So let's just click here and take a look at those. First one is Move. Move is used in the event where you want to go ahead and basically either reposition the component on the page or change its size. Delete component will actually remove the component from the page, and then therefore it won't permanently delete it. So to permanently delete a component after you hit this delete component button, go back to your account settings and delete it from the trash in there. So border will change the border color of the component. Background will change the background color of the component. Foreground will change the foreground color of the component, which is usually the text color. Enable auto scale. Well, what that will do is, in the event that the contents of the component extend beyond basically the vertical height of the component, it'll go ahead and automatically increase the vertical height of the component as needed. And enable rounded corners will basically make your component become Web 2.0 and give it fancy little rounded corners on the edge. And then finally, here for example, I said earlier that each component type has a few own options that will add to this list. Edit text is one of those extra options added by the headline component, and a text box component. So let's start now by adding new components to the page. So if you look at the top menu bar now, when you're in edit mode, it's something different. There's a few buttons here, different types. There's image tools, text tools, community tools, and operations. Where image tools are obviously any kind of component dealing with images. Text tools, headlines, paragraphs, those kind of things. Community tools is kind of an oddball collection of tools I put in there. So let's go ahead and start by adding a text box describing a little more about this army. So let's click the Text Tools button. So over on the right side of the screen, you'll see a list of components you can add. Click the Paragraph button. So in Component Edit mode here, you're going to see a blue grid. This grid basically marks out a screen size such that if a person at 800 by 600 screen resolution, they can still view the page. You're not limited to this area of this grid. So what also you'll notice is two red bars that follow the mouse cursor around. So you can use these red lines here to kind of line them with other components on the page. So let's go here. We're going to start it and put the text box right below all the existing content. So move the intersections, two red lines up to where you want the upper left-hand component of the item to be added. So we're going to go up here. Hold down the mouse button and drag out. And you'll see now you'll see a little green box dragging out that's going to basically be the outside edge of where the component's going to be added. So also the red lines still tag along, so use them to kind of line up the other end of the component with the other side of your currently existing components, and then release the mouse button. And you'll see now down here we've got a little black outline where the new component is, and you'll see there's a new component edit drop down box. So let's make this component look like all the other ones on the page. So click on its options here and choose first border here. So now any kind of color selection screen, what you're going to see is up the top here, you're going to see a list of colors you're currently using on the page, so it'll make easy selection to use the same colors on the page over and over again. Or if you scroll down, you're going to see a whole bunch of colors, about I think 4,097 or so to choose from if you want to choose colors you're not currently using on the page. But I'm going to choose colors we're currently using on the page and just make it a black border. Now let's go change the background color to match what we're currently using. And a foreground color, let's set that also to black. And now I'm going to go ahead and edit the text of this page. So let's go ahead and hit Edit Text. And a little dialog box appears on the right side of the screen where you can first choose the text you want. I'm going to choose Verdana 80%. That's kind of my favorite one I like to choose and what I've been using previously on this page. And if you want, you can go ahead and enter some text in here. Though to be honest, the better way to do it is actually type your text up in other programs, such as, for example, a Word editor, where I've got OpenOffice here loaded up. I can just go ahead and highlight all my text, choose Copy, and paste it in the box, and then just go ahead and hit Save Text. Now you can all of a sudden see, oh, here's all my text added to the bottom of the page. So just like that, I've added a new component to the page, really simple and really quick. And the other option I'm going to go ahead now and add is a comment list. In case you're wondering, you'll probably notice this little dialog box kind of floats along with your mouse cursor when you're sizing a component. That gives you the size and pixels of the current component. And now if we wanted to, we can add a comment, or other members that come to the Army Showcase and check this page out can go ahead and click this and add a comment. So there you go, we got a comment list added, new text box. And the last thing I want to do with this comment list is choose the Enable Auto Scale option. So therefore, if you ever got enough comments to where it would fill up the length of this component, the bottom of this component will start automatically scaling downward. It might look kind of awkward, but it'll keep it from, creating some little overflow and scroll bars and all sorts of messy stuff. So that's it for creating advanced pages. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And yeah, that's about it. So we'll end this tutorial here. And the last step is to show you the super component. It's the most advanced component in the Army Showcase and get some really cool layouts with it. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that in the future. But for now, let's call this tutorial done. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out tutorial number 3 in this series.